AFCON.
Bamba mobile no mutimi ba GB.
But almost remember AFCON in 2015. 2017, Cameroon say 8 of the key players say me now AFCON ibi. From nowhere, Basongo, Imbokanju. From nowhere, these players emerge AFCON in the Cameroon. Now 2019, Obi announced what I say that Algeria squad in the Babaji AFCON. But 2019 Algeria Babaji.
Easy cry.
And the last one, Senegal. Omo na meka say no get a squad. But omo tuma say den aje. But don't forget say no kwa no. Na previous no mark of final lose. So it means over the history of African football in recent times now. Who get the best players and the best squad and guarantee you AFCON trophy. Ode me another example about Ghana squad. In recent times, one of your squad that you call AFCON now because the name Munyading was 2010 there no. What does it? But almost call final. We here no free what 2015. Almost also call final. But the young crowd now here to money and lucky baby ano. You're quite to me. You're to me call final. You struggle. Mutala Yakubu situation no. In that for this Ghana AFCON squad there Edikwe. I don't think we have more than 10 players amako AFCON ni bi da. Out of the 27,
Lawrence Atizigi,
all the 3 goalkeepers are Kobida.
Richard Ofori, Jojo Wallacott,
Omunia Kobida. All the 3 goalkeepers are Kobida. Onko Bida.
Dennis Odoye,
Onko Bida.
Kingsley Schindler,
Onko Bida.
Gideon Mensah,
Onko Bida.
Hamid Fatau,
Onko Bida.
Daniel Amate,
Wako Bida.
Nicolas Opoku.
Opoku.
I think Opoku has been there once.
Opoku Akobi one. Okay.
Once. Alexander Jiku.
It means all the central defenders Akobi. Okay, Salisu Nkobida.
Salisu Nkobi. Midfielders Salis.
Into all when per the squad now boy but I think when you be 4.
Menya be 4. Salis Nkobida.
Onkobida.
Baba Idrisu.
Wakobida.
Wakobida. Majid Ashimero.
Onkobida.
Elisha Owusu.
Onkobida.
Wakobi, the last AFCON.
Wankobi.
Now the end friend of
Oko World Cup.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Elisha Owusu was with Ghana. I think the last African.
The last Wankobi.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Me kai say obi sa Elisha Owusu call. Emma be dane ho nsem bebre bi kura.
World Cup no. Oko World Cup
qualifier mum.
Oko World Cup ni bi.
Okay.
Na Ghana against Nigeria so no ka squad no.
Okay. Yeah. 20 World Cup qualification.
Qualify against Nigeria no ka squad no.
Okay.
Yes.
So no so Nkobida. Hey. Richmond Lampton Nkobida.
Nkobida.
Mohamed Kudus Omobida.
Nkobida.
Andre Ayew.
Oka squad ho ba don Nkobida.
Yeah, Andre Ayew aba.
No record time no. Obo more than 2 games I will break record no.
Yeah. Ransford Yeboah Kenos Defa.
Nkobida.
Osman Bukari.
No.
Joseph Pintel.
Yes.
Jordan Ayew.
Yes.
Ines Nyama.
No.
Inaki Williams.
No.
Antoine Semenyo.
No.
Jonathan Soa.
So we had the 27-man squad. We don't have more than 10 players. I'm going to be that. The percentage wise, about 30% of our squad now going to be that. But I bet my call. They acquire wonders. If only coach in the tax about my age, man. Coach about the best players. That is why preparation is important at the moment. I want this AFCON ayeko. Maybe I'm a no. Preparation is very important. How you prepare. Me, no opportunity to be blaster training grounds are. Yeah, the zoo. Any in your dance say you go AFCON and you go tournaments. Yeah, any boys in recent times. But say if coach to me any of the best out of these players, per the friendly matches I'm outline before the AFCON. Who knows? Maybe I'll be coach but my idea nkwa. Enti per the many who in recent time when it comes to African football. Best squad, best players, best team. Entire Maya AFCON no. By best preparation and determination. About when your team here, about to be surprise. Fine, Mutala Yakubu. Say tournament biya no. It taking once in the blue moon. Then you have a new team winning it. And time see. So what tournament? Not team on GB da. No babeje. Into we hear in recent times here. from 1992 ebesi in there ya say the only new country we to AFCON ni bi Senegal and Zambia. Mutala what do you say? From the 90s ebesi na me no ka say the only new country we to AFCON ni bi Senegal and Zambia. The rest of the countries, they countries are majibida. Or the country 98 eba, and I been 2000 year creba, come and quit. Country 2000 year eba. The only countries are majibi. Ah, no more baumun jibida. Zambia and Senegal. So it means tournament are meant for one majibida. They be America. I say walk up as them. Only 8 countries na jibi in the last 100 years. They walk up. So it means. You prepare ye. Na ye cycle boy see up. Ni yankwanko ye sikasem bebre. Na oda Ghana former Blasters ni enfree ye mu. Ni ye dey support Star Blaster team na tia. Mutala, I see this team doing something over the next AFCON.
Okay, Nana Adu Josiah Febika mo na dey academy family for.
Nana mechia o.
Yeah, Joso.
Bia boko.
Na me na do.
Mechia iti for na menchi obia. Me mo bia fiapa. As a feed ye chassis yi na pai bon so say nyame nka se be yo bia akoma so ade amano ko so sha ebeyi mutala feed ebeyi say AFCON so ba me boa 10 more days to AFCON
10 days pe
into 1 week ne 3 days yen hwani ya me be
Next week Wednesday say that team need free Ghana Akwa Ivory Coast. So it means the Blasters will only 1 week to spend with us in Ghana.
So one question too can be, what do we do with the Blasters still around? You be national fasting and prayers and one and I say World Cup ye World Cup. I don't see you call Ekobuke no. You have national fasting and prayers more. Meaning that this year so and this time around so I bet me at so I national fasting and prayers are more dear. I just can't tell. But Mutala, Mamicha IT4. I have very little to say about the squad. As an Yami work and share and also sir. May share squad no and the players who opted out, the players we have available, the experience of the players we have available, and the impact and the possible impact. I'll meet me hiding. Aye. And Mutala Oshe 27-man squad a yedekon. Yedeko AFCON 2023 now. I think that if we should talk about experience, I'm not sure we are going to get it from this squad. Because Oshe the last edition I call Ewo Cameroon in 2022. It was in 2022. AFCON 2021. Oshe team I call it was a 28-man squad. And he had a and out of those 28 players no only 11 and I maintain your place in this current what squad 28 na they call last edition no Oshe team I have now it's only what 11 out of those 28 na it's me maintain your name in what on the team sheet, so it means Osha a move back 17 na Anko. That's what I'm saying. Say, I'm looking at this squad, and experience will be something that will be what will be missing from what the squad, because even Osha 11 players are not last. You can say edition. At this season and at this time around, this edition, they still have their names what in the squad list now. I think 2 or 3 of them never even kicked the ball, and Kudus is one of them. So last edition, Obeka, he was injured. Yes, but he never played what a single game. But he had his name what registered with what the team as a player who would play. Iti America say, Oshe team na Ikitana is a good squad, but then we shouldn't count. I don't think that we have the needed what experience going into this tournament, because our most experienced player when it comes to what the AFCON Mutala might be what playing from the bench. He wouldn't be a guaranteed what starter. Yes, he is chasing certain records with regards to what African Cup of Nations, but then your most experienced player, our team say no. isn't a starter. So the terrain will look very new to most of these players. Because if I should take you back 2 years ago, I call AFCON or Cameroon. This was the squad I call it. Manaf Nuruddin, he's not in the squad. And Diadon, he didn't make the list. Philemon Bafo, Onkaho. Jonathan Mensah Nkaho.
Philemon Bafo?
Yeah. Jonathan Mensah Nkaho. Thomas Partey is not there. Edmond Ado is not there. Fatau Izaku is not there. Daniel Kofi Tre Ankobi. Jordan Ayew Ekaho. Andre Ayew Ekaho. Mubarak Wakaso. Yan Freno. Atizigi is there. That's 3. Richmond Boachi Adam is not there. Gideon Mensah is there. Joseph Paintil is there. Jojo Walakot is there. Baba Aman is not there. Daniel Amate Ekaho. Samuel Owusu Enimu. Mohamed Kudus your friend no katim no bambo game. Didin Waha. So he's going. Baba Idrisu is also there. Kamaldin Sulemana. Edin Swabi PM. He's not part of the list. Kamaldin is not part of the list. Good. Onkahon. Jiku is there. Richard Atta Ekobi. This time Nidin him. Benjamin Tete Nidin him. Abdul Mumin. No. Maxwell Abekwe. No. David Abagna. It will show list now. David Abagna, who was part of the 11. Maxwell Abekwe. And also, you can say, Mohamed Kudus never kicked the ball. Omunya ball no man bobi.
And
Wakasu. Most of them didn't even play. It will show 11 players or yeah from last time. This time in Musa Kobi no Mutala. The question I'm asking is, would the stage be too big for them? Would there be pressure mounting on these players to deliver? Because Uyi Andre Ayew, if you are the most experienced player, I will be Jordan Ayew and Amate. Those are the most experienced players I ever. Aside from almost all the players are what? Are new players. As some of them have never even tasted what? AFCON before.
And then
Jordan has played. Didn't you? Because Jordan and Amate.
No, they did.
But the day.
I think they are the only 3. Oma come
more than one. Exactly. And now 2. Yeah. But then the day we know might not be starting. Jordan could be starting. Amate could be starting. That's what we are talking about. What?
Jordan
experience.
Will start.
Oh no, he will be starting.
He will start.
No, say it depends.
He will start.
Does he name your coach there?
Jordan Ayew will start. Chris Hilton.
So you bench Bob Jordan the day.
Are you expecting Chris Hilton to do Bibi? You
see,
Mami Chow, your Chris Hilton be here. Obey your AFCON we na. Why am won who da?
David you. Mutala. This tournaments are different ball games.
Maybe Lamte.
Oh say
maybe Lamte.
No, Lamte. No.
Charlie and Kasa.
You see, I wish maybe before the tournament to start, we'll profile all these players and know which system will best suit the players. Because earlier on, now you are talking about 3 right backs, 4, you can't say center backs, and 2 left backs. Are we going with a 3-back system? All these are questions we need to start asking ourselves. Because some of these players play in different systems when they join their club side.
The member who Chris Hilton ever since he became the head coach of the Black Stars, I am not expecting him to change anything within the squad. I am expecting him.
Nothing is going to change.
No, I'm expecting.
But because it is a tournament,
I'm expecting him to go with this 4-back system.
And America said
pivot Baba Idrisu, Abdul Salih Samid in the middle. I'm not expecting.
It's America said because it is a tournament.
Unless I will be.
And tournaments do not follow the normal routine. Say air qualifiers near Bona.
Yeah.
There should be a particular system here that could get us the result. I don't think Guardians will be looking at good performances, especially if you're able to churn out the result.
You want to look at good performance. You are not going to have that with Chris Hilton.
Tio, and America say Tio.
Good performance.
No, you are not going to have that free flow.
But tournament today.
Debio, boy now person will for fair fan. Who now Chris Hilton hold?
No, but tournaments are different.
No, I know the fact to dream more. Chris Hilton will not give you that fine football.
No, we
say you be saying the tactics here then. Or send the tactics, they stop out there and win a game.
That's the point.
That is the most important thing.
Mutala, if
I was on who born out to add a boy, pass and
no, if we should win our games, if we should win our games, Ghanaians wouldn't care about how good we played on the day. And because it's a tournament, you are only thinking about what? Advancing to the next stage. And then the stage after that stage. That is the most important thing. It's not about playing any fine football because Ushe squad The players are Omabo Afcon Nibida. Me and Sape also 4. So what you say? The players will be starting ordinarily will be starting for under Chris Hughton. Are more Afcon experience.
No.
Almost so 4.
I'm do 5.
Who will be starting?
But, Richard Ofori, a very experienced.
Yeah.
What the fan said in the last way, the better.
So Richard Ofori,
number 1.
Amate, Jiku
Abobi.
Jiku Idrisu Baba.
But Baba called the laps Afcon.
Yeah.
So now he's very experienced.
No, but are they going to start? That's the question we are asking.
Gideon Mensah will start.
Gideon Mensah will start in place of
Hamidu. Who are you talking about?
Baba Rahman is not around.
No, but Hamidu is also there.
Gideon Mensah.
Hamidu
will not play ahead of Gideon Mensah.
Why are we? That's what we are talking about. You see,
why are we not? Why are we pretending?
That is where that is where the question of tactics.
To say, new coach the system.
That is why
Hilton is not going to change anything that much. He's not going to experiment at the tournament too. Say, I think I'm a coach. Hamidu, bet my ball a major tournament. Or the Obi Awabo Bida, Gideon Mensah never starting. No, baby, I don't meet or the experienced player ball. Odi agro crowd Gideon Mensah kaya sa na try chede odoi hakobo tray Ali be said about 2. And he's somebody, he has said it. He's conservative. He thinks about the defense more than the attack. It won't change. It's experience for no more money there. Me won't say I'm at say because of the experience or what. Sana me won't say I'm at my start because of his experience. I don't know midfield combination apart you what I mean him there. No,
Salis will be starting.
Oh, Salis
definitely. And so it could be either Idrisu Baba and Salis in
what about Salis and Ashimeru?
No, I don't see Ashimeru starting because Ashimeru could be the game changer he would want.
Josiah Quaye.
Ashimeru could be the game changer he wants.
I prefer Salis Lamte.
Well, I prefer, but
Salis Lamte.
No, he will go with Idrisu Baba.
Very difficult for Salis to start.
The
kind of coach.
Because especially
the kind of coach.
Especially if he should also go with Enomate. Then he would want to play a more defensive pivot.
The number 10.
Exactly. So what you are saying?
Go with
Kudus as a number 10. So it means that then he would want to play a double pivot that can what? Cover up what? Some space there anymore.
So far, maybe I'll in so about double pivot in
almost all the games. He doesn't play a single pivot.
I'm not surprised because meaning the kind of coach he is. Or Dream.
The only thing I say game or San and Sano in the second half. Ghana when they saw them what them
that's what I'm saying. He will provide on any Lamte like for like players who I see can change our games down the stretch. Same way, those are the 2 players.
That means Lamte and Majid will be on the bench for him.
Those are the trump cards. No, from the bench or between on my heading.
No, Josiah is saying it with
based on the previous games of my
previous way
and their quality and what they add.
What about on to me what 3 back with Amate, Jiku and Salis?
No, 3 back. I don't think 3 back will be a system. Yes, you would really say.
I give my ball across post the man. Now man for one about
Liberia
He
game.
played the 3 back
system.
But since the Liberia game is not played, and I was saying the Liberia game also gave us another perspective as to how we can set up. Anytime I say Hamidu, don't write him off completely because this is a guy who hasn't played football in over a month because he's been waiting for this moment. And you don't know the conversation between the coach and the player because the player also has his qualities. And in that game against Liberia, we saw what he also brought. So what do you say, Mutala? Yeah. I think the head of sports is around this morning. Maybe wishing Happy New Year. And with 10 days more to AFCON, Empire will say be now so because when say Bano sports coverage there. Thanks to him and the team, we are able to give to our viewers and listeners the best, uninterrupted, and also about diaries now. Bibia de Mukamakama. And he's been known for the best diaries in the history of Ghana football. And Mutala, your head of sports for her.
Another person, one of the people are Mekaitama, not Richmond Lamte, so make you to Ghana football. More can't say. Deserve so be in the Black Stars. Me yan enti so no so around and say dia another question pass through.
Because at the page here Obi like this. I don't know about
somewhere. So there's nothing. So what you have to say there's nothing extraordinary be a crazy back akoye.
No, I see some. No, you see. Let me say this.
Yeah.
After all he has gone through, with the speculation, say some people didn't like him being in charge. No, I think Chris Uti will be looking at this AFCON as a tournament to which media the narrative and change the mindset of Ghanaians, especially if we should have a good AFCON.
Chris Uti and minimum Newcastle, minimum Brighton and Hoover.
Tournaments are different. This is a 7 or 8 game tournament. It's quite different.
And once he didn't have some of his best players in here, Thomas Partey, Wenya Fatah Ishahaku.
No, but Ishahaku will not be starting. I think it's only Partey who will be starting.
Is he injured? Kamadi is injured.
I think he's not played. He's not played. On the last game, one ball, like 2-3 games here, one ball. I think they will prep. Yeah, I think they will prep.
Ishahaku then an uncle Fonti ase, but I say contract be on it.
You see, with that Ishahaku issue, I also have my reservations.
Why?
Because I feel say the guy is just weighing his options as anyone would do. The guy is say Obebo Anasombo. So why don't I stay with Leicester and rather nail a spot than come here and not play?
Nana, Black Star squad na ba betoja. Me hu say wadan fuom Richmond Lamptey. Ama nkofo ani age e dia man no, but say na coach Ebenezer Sefamo kan. Enye ni je no nko o. Say Obebo bi no e na hia because ye the local players be bra akọ. But people the max so abekwe buko. Yes, stadium cannot move maybe. Omuhwe ball no hotel ho na omabanti. O say ye ball na ye be man abobi ne hu. Aba squad ne buy no who squad no. Are you pleased with the 27 men?
Aye.
Aye. What about this?
Aye.
Were you not expecting any big name beer from somewhere? Ababa beshi, bi se tekpete, bi se ye wo na ye.
Na dedi kan mema etiefo official pa. Na ya no mo se afi etwe mo ne ehwibo mu a ye nyina ye de odo ekobo mu ma afi ne ba wiye na mesanda was Mutala Yakubu. I think you've held the fort really well. Said you can we are a star boy, the face of IMAX. Indeed, yeah, that's it. Say you've stood and done the job whenever you are called. And to everybody, all of us on the sports team, your head of sports, Yao, Tony, Joe, Nana Adu. Yeah, the radius say I feel like I try to asamba between. One clarification on the point Josiah was making. Arrangement sporting any for Tau Isahaku ye no. Say Isahaku per se deal near permanent. There's a specific number of games also obo Edma Leicester. Missing the AFCON for the 3-week period no will mean that he's missing a considerable number of games and no be intimate deal near permanent. And I was sure na more Leicester A2 now. They might just book their ticket back to the Premier League.
Highly probable.
Boa Krano so Bama woman.
Is now a start out.
Any bonda woni Kelechini Mavidini indeed mu enyano. You see Wababe done a part and parcel of the team. Wababe done family member. Ojawoba he's toying with his future.
So weighing options.
Ghana born here kwa kubon. Ojinemu krapa yen selecting seni pa level no mejinemu mo. Obetine chire sa anhwe kron keke born ye wi. Enintino say age one side oye Ghana ye Dutch ne de wamakra keye for his future and for that of the national team because you know what he can do to him.
No.
So oba AFCON touch wood nkaze boninsi na nenam kobua Leicester na bono the national team career so abono na otina Leicester qualify na Leicester ye deal no permanent from Sporting to Leicester no but the next Premier League star is to the advantage of Ghana sabre no na bia kama adi nso ba Premier no bio e bia na Kudusum Amateda Sum Fatai Sakum Jordan Wum umpewe na opede Semenyo Wum entino for that boy I think he's taking the wisest sporting decision for his career.
So the manager can manage take his decision.
I'm saying that he's taking the wisest sporting decision ever in his career. Some of us he shouldn't have gone to Sporting. Also, some have blamed him for making a bad career choice.
Yeah.
But the decision to start Leicester and fulfill the AFCON is the best he ever took in his life. What I say? Squad the idea.
But Partey ni mo.
No, but Partey bon Papa Ben Obama Ghana o major tournament.
I na mungina mo kasa.
The bunte Thomas Partey quality no. Boy ni mbone sheni mu no. He's not delivered 30% for Ghana. Boy ne woni mu obono. O check boy wa body ama Diego Simoni. Any the wababo boma atete na kambuma wabumu half ama Ghana da. Anya so boapayo no ba wontimi mo. But so ba wontimi mebo ne said ye pe no. Onu pe ne betima chiechiri mu. But the quality any boy ni nimbo wiase no. Obi antimi kan chem say what he has delivered at the Metropolitano and at the Itia events home Emirates no. Why be am Ghana?
Etimitie onsem na akwa say owomu anyema onimu a entosi.
Debi owomu de yema.
Owomu ayema.
Oyema but onimu anya big deal.
Onimu anya big deal.
Debi anya big deal. Oh debi. Dey na money a big deal. The Black Stars in the past have thrived without Michael ACMU. Ghana was in Angola 2010 without ACN, without Muntari and those boys. Ghana going to the finals of that tournament. And you know, now we talk about say, boy Michael ACMU we are smart Ghana patabu muhafana. But Ghana, went to the World Cup quarterfinals in 2010 without Michael ACN. Anambwa.
Yeah.
So big names are always important for squads.
Anthony Anamoko boy no.
Aye. Big names are always important to football squads. But I thought that obe check big name no ba modern boy ba. Any eventually the amount team na achieve. They do change games. Look at the game changing moments in Abuja against Nigeria.
Yeah.
It will take a player of such quality.
One moment.
One strike. But on which consistent levels? About what so da.
Nya big names no kwase nipa no wodi nkeke.
You need a
because for Amfre wo Frezaha almost say ba omohwe.
Drogba has criticized the decision. Drogba say emotional decision and company take here.
But almost so ba omohwe.
Almost say Zaha is a star for Palace and now Fenerbahce Galatasaray. Who didn't say orange na? Ananu ya say Sebastian Haller. Wayari akwa but they know what he can deliver for the Ivorian national team. Boy, your friends, Eric Bay, Bob Papa Ben Wabo. Australia crowns with Nyaklan. I said, I'm just some Kwakosan Villarreal. What I say? But he's gone back to the national team. And you know, you need big name stars for your squads. But I'm saying that there's no guarantee they are able to deliver the ultimate objective for you. What you need is a determined, dedicated, and a loyal collection of footballers. Awomo enim the task ahead. Womunim say. Abra Ghana je last AFCON no, none of them were born. So omo ages normally born near no credit. Ni enwu obia. Ule mi cha ase. Enti no that ade we na Ghana for your son and fin ni your son kon no. Look, nothing short of the trophy. Failure. Aseme na oni meke.
And I say yes go and do ya go and do.
And I'm catch you say.
And na aseme na kanti nothing short of the trophy failure ama Ghana.
I'm catch me cha. Me have come be a Makobama Ghana bia. Ghana do finals or semi-finals. I don't remember the last time I call AFCON. Ghana free first round.
Talk go 2010 Angola.
Angola, Papa we. Now we na that Kabinda. Yampovankra. Kabinda. Near the Kabinda. Baby, omko shoot to Togo for. I want na da. Ya na me na that dem. Na your 4-bedroom apartment.
Ya na discussion Bible mu no.
I don't know the discussion Bible mu Yampovankra.
Or they said Deuteronomy.
Bible mu no the discussion. Yes. Otodu anima me ni Jordan Brani. Na ya camera guy be friend Francis. That time na ya we. The first thing. ETV Ghana. No the discussion Bible mu dollars bebrebe.
Dollars me do Angola na be share papa bi no or Ghanaian.
Oh, I can this can be buy.
And I'll say and I'll bless me. So I wanted to use a Bible verse to pray for him. So that he gets more intimidation. Oh, airport too. So from the airport, right? You know when I'm on a plane on a flight, normally I read and I'll get the Bible. Oh, no crap. So I put the money in my Bible and to the hotel.
Auditor.
There's a Bible where they.
And yes, I also want to say Obi before. Or the Shama
Father.
Because you know that's the history. But no crap. Your canon is very.
And this is 13 years ago.
We got to the
Angola.
We got to the final.
In that one, yeah, 40 million.
Finals.
Yeah. Later you're moving about Luanda.
Yeah.
That was the capital.
Was it Milo who was in charge of?
No, it was Milo Van Rijn.
It was Milo. And I think one reason I agree with Nana in the sense that AFCON, the tournament is some way. You can never look. Who win 1-2 matches not who gather momentum, not who gather confidence. No.
But nothing short of the trophy ni failure no. Because the brain and say Nana we have to go and do well.
You see Keto Kriku.
Yeah.
Keto Kriku.
Pressure.
4 months ago, Unuma do the two. Adibe no the two na yin so no. The Facebook
he was worried.
Yeah, he was worried
so about
They were worried about Ghana.
About
the national team.
The national team, no, especially the Black Star.
Unum the intra.
There be.
Unum said Black Stars failure a year. Cote d'Ivoire were failing. We failing. I didn't why nyoma fefe no why ni nyina. Catch them young, sponsorship, say DNA, care for you, wine. Oh boy. Ghana free man were failing. And you're never born no. But when you say Ghana winner, he takes the credit.
Okay.
Instead of Ghana failure, you're never failing. Collection of players at Ghana won. Ghana has no reason to fail. She be a nipa no di Ghana team name no good coach. I don't Cameroon team Hector Cooper DJ African Cup of Nations.
And year 2019 there.
Na team Papa Ben. The players omu free sa team.
Abubakar mo there no.
Chupo mo team ka e ka so omu mebo no.
As a Matip Crown Mobi.
Matipa mebo. South Brent no ka so mebo no. Cameroon won the African Cup of Nations by beating Ghana. You know, we share Ghana, me Johnny Free Stadium. Me see me share ball ni that was where in 20. Yeah, there be.
Yeah, boy,
2017.
17.
That was Egypt.
No, it wasn't Egypt.
Cameroon there no. 17. So now you Equatorial Guinea was Gabon mo ba.
Gabon 2017. Gabon.
Yeah, Gabon.
In Egypt year 2019.
17.
Yeah.
Cameroon here with a relatively unknown squad.
Average team.
Look at the Zambian team that won the AFCON in 2012.
Average.
Who was in that team?
Suzu.
Stupila Sunzu.
What's that baby mo? Only Katongo brothers.
Who do you mean? Look at the team Stephen Keshi did win the AFCON 2013.
As that's 2012 Rukobi.
From 06 I've gone to every AFCON, but for the last two AFCONs. Last two AFCONs, Spain and Minko. From 06, my AFCON BR.
Oh, okay. Last two, depend on Uncle.
Now, me catch us. Me AFCON BR, Makobia Ghana co finals or semis. What I say? Now, Ube win the AFCON. It's not about having Galacticos. So it's about a sound technical mind, an authority on the bench. Coach, players need no money, no more. To say, matter don't come. When Stephen Keshi was on the bench of the Nigerian team, he didn't need to shout.
2013.
Sunday Imbadem knew his body language. Hector Cooper now know the Cameroon African Cup of Nations. No, boys need him ball also Mubomano. They knew when he stands up, they know what he expects from them. Yam Kurani no coach no kita odi any to say. Milovan rival quarterfinal no Ghana call South Africa no. Na Kurani bomano. Unemichi. Kwesi apia Ghana for super no say onya ade no.
2015.
Shenyoma bi odi Ghana team ni ye. Egypt is not sharing 6 no because the players understood him. Anya bi akwa so the Ghana call semis. Yeah. 2013 the Ghana call semis.
2015 not one a coach.
Na ye ba
Grand. Yeah.
You do finals.
Ghana call finals. In that 2010. 2010 Michael maybe. 2015 Michael didn't come.
2010 so Asian Amobi.
Angola.
Afcon no quite no pride.
You already so proud. You come Angola. No play no free camp.
Only did the Drogba clash here.
Training.
Opening game.
Yeah. Eliminating to the game.
And you we say better no.
Almost Ghana 3.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
Inti Mutala. See a fairly crowd.
Se Richard Ofori. I'm not saying he's one of the best goalkeepers on the African continent. But which elite African team this is Orlando Pirates are? Look, who deserve to say about national team? Jojo Walcott. How many African goalkeepers are consistent in European leagues? Forget about the grade of the league. But it's got the ball Switzerland in the last 3 years on the bench that they be other goal. So in your goalkeeping department, you have a collection of goalkeepers. Won't my excuse? Say,
but now which one would you prefer? A goalkeeper who plays for a big team but doesn't feature consistently, but he's playing in the top flight league, and a goalkeeper who plays consistently but league now bono and your league a more true. Which one would you prefer?
But that national team and the performance the same, or confidence or pomu, or or shaky, or command on the defender so, or the man your tournament be this as in with the American your tournament be your it was in 2024. It's 9 years ago. You go tournament B. Defenders no go catch a blaster coach and say omunyi goalkeeper ba confirm because of the man ball mo so do.
Anya kwa 2014 was it Karasi? Yeah, Karasi.
Was he a bad goalkeeper?
No.
But did he ever flourish in the national team jersey?
No.
Yeah. Until
apart from the game against Brazil.
Yeah, one good game.
Unya goalkeeper. He understand the psyche of the national team. Golino. They didn't even dare Musanya.
Yes, and bear for you got that game.
It was a Saudi game.
Who does it? And you need a goalkeeper. Or no 80 coach and I say, I would need to pour more. The confidence no through. Apart from that, and so no, all basic goalkeeping knowledge.
Okay. Now, one inclusion still as Ankofa and Sam Bebli is the inclusion of Andre Ayew. Bebli say Nancy won Mobi and the Neka squad no kwa ye be cry no was Anko no one start. Be so say no. The leadership quality our war and over the years what have come is this the 7 times of our this will be the 8th no. You need such a person in camp, especially when you don't have a lot of experienced players our team nim CCR.
Oh, so be him say me was soft spot Edmandre. What I say? Andre Akrabia me don no makuma minimum no.
Yeah.
No papa. Fifi I not taki the manager me boss.
Okay.
And minini son ya che. Minini son no yakra. Enti I've seen his growth. I've seen his progress. Ma hu fako free ni fako ababedru. Babe ma baby. Mama me ni nyinara. The Andre that I knew. Andre no the first African or team lead African team G under 20 World Cup no. So one pass here the no cre eye beye juma. Odesheba Andre onu ani ana. Unyi ni za Andre asesa. Ne boy ni ko fomo. Men cast was sound.
Experience not the back camp.
No, you need him in camp. Say me be my point about. You do not necessarily need Andre Ayew
on the pitch
to be a 90% fit player to play for you. You need him on the pitch. He's important. Say boy no ya there but me say who dey tutu nkura na boy no mu bone nena. Ojam there no come from kakra.
Okay.
You need Ojam's leadership in camp. You need Ojam's aura. Or vibe beer a can cry boom. But how you coach managing that transition of moving your captain and the leader on the pitch to become an ordinary squad member on the bench no. Sad day na one managing year and show a bit creative cracks team no. And you know is a matter of man management to ensure you get the best out of him. San say one managing year ebi all the need na park no so kra no work ogu nani ma ase.
No say we influence.
Me so we influencer.
Our boys dey be crass so.
Debi o omo nyina omo master no. He rallies all of them together. What I say? Entinu ubinya character bisa.
Okay.
Experience nso ye nkonkoton. Unya bisu no aton market.
Okay. Nana me bisa we.
You need him in the team.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that you need Andre Ayew to be a starter of Ghana's 11.
Okay. Now, the hottest debates our Ghana has to be your old friend, Richmond Lamptey. As a Ghana Premier League commentator, with the Ghana Premier League over 20 years, why a commentary from radio to TV, you've seen players, you've seen quality of players. Ebi kwa bro Lamptey di ene so. Mebwa, ebi a won we bi e bro Lamptey di so. And they won Lamptey. Yeah, and they won Lamptey. Lamptey aba be team. He's been called into the 27-man squad. Bebri say you need profile, sa profile of player no. Lamptey say ball progressive ball career no. You need go team nim. It you starting alongside a defensive midfielder. Ebi so ka say na player or more Black Star ni bida. Local Black Star kwa ye hu so jiremu didn't quay sada. All of a sudden you a major tournament like AFCON. People are calling for his inclusion. Do you think those calls are legitimate? Say Richmond Lamptey should be starting games for Black Star because they see any profile no. Ewo a team no. Obi a Ghana Premier League commentator then I walk foul.
Dedi kan. Yene radio say product Mr. Maso teaching in penny for years almost room no. A produce player for AFCON. That's the Ghana Premier League. Because nyame no krini Chris nankasa no
yeah
enye de bia no ti kruma bo no beje bia sha je wa hwe no start time so
IGTV so
Didi Dramani no monitor local league no nye be bia no timi ko. He's my friend. I talk to him almost every time. Obeshe ball now. Obeshe no start times. So we're excited and we're grateful say product now ye showcase how many people no. Players a free mu echo the next AFCON. Tinyami share jumewura ene penny for. Mutala. O nyankopon no hatasro no. Oni bra odi share nipa o. Abro no be decide say obeshira o no. Sa brain na nyankopon odi shira o. Onyame ofa ne bo a seti biara obeto. Umresu maya on. Memo nyame so bo da. Na wodi ensu o ma. Unsabeka.
Preach on, man.
I did the other revival. Question can be
That's how we want to start the thing.
I'm going somewhere.
Analysis. It's analysis.
Me ko baby.
Let him talk.
If your time is not now, if your time is not yet now, never give up on God.
Okay.
Because this God, when you put your mind to Him and you do the right things,
You're good to go.
you are good to go. Favor and grace will come to you at His own time. Into now, you see, at His own time, He makes everything what? Beautiful. Richmond Lamte. Or a chedi and your media magana.
Sir.
I Richmond Lamte, I say, Richmond Lamte, or from disgrace to grace. It's a typical example of a disgraced person who God has moved into grace. Now you know your band and they say wakoto chacha obo mutiema ni mbobo bio.
Allies.
Urefi no.
Me kai pa obuko relegation na.
Ama ye ko chase ka ko fa lawyer de echo cars. Ama Richard Lamte bobo menei. Richard Lamte aiden. Ebo blasta. Unim de na me kaka na o se me evangelism no. Am chechu. Unim Gideon Mensah.
Yeah.
Obobo abrochi how many years?
Wacho. Ofri wa fa koye na wacho.
How many years na Gideon obobo abrochi? Mo amuni mo calculating. Obo team ben say.
The same so there.
How many teams do bounce or cause? Gideon Kobo Red Bull Salzburg da.
Yeah.
Majid Ashimero free fan.
Ashimero so free wafa.
Uncle Salzburg.
Yeah.
Nima boy.
Nyabutom. So san krawe mu. Force am kwa mu kra. Kudus mu. Kudus. Kamaldin.
Yeah.
They belong to the block that went to RTD. That's right to dream. Emmanuel Boatin. Gideon Waja. Gideon Mensah yo mienu baku ko RTD na baku so ba wafa.
Okay.
Majid Ashimeru.
Feyenoord, yep.
Richmond Lamte. Only them crime abubo mu din nyina.
Wafa.
Started by Black Stars in the last 3 years. Any 2 years. Sam Crowley, woman na coach at the 3rd generation.
Yeah.
After Edmondo Wusu Ansamo, after William Thiero mo, Jordan Opoku mo, Harrison Afo mo, Mahadi Abubakar mo, Mike Kufu mo, Emmanuel Nefi mo no. Sa generation when about yo. Ashimeru, Lamte, Waja, Boatin mo.
Entry, no more entry big. Obo left TV no.
Ayi, Aminu mo.
Aminu Mohammed.
And nay, unim say Lamte, he's so unlike his own more national team biada.
How na nkofo ka say o more national team biada.
So you see what I was telling you, say when God will bless you, it doesn't matter what time.
Straight to the Black Star.
And cry on your boy in your mudin, on Bobo Abruchu, a big Black Stars. Richmond Lamte abo inter allies. Wabo wafa.
Relegation.
Ya co-relegation. Kotoko fano. Fifth ya bani no. Ya kokoto for arbitration for sports. Ya hodu ayi ban no. Appeal about bontin. He's been exonerated. He's playing the best football ever in his career. Now we are friend of Black Stars. Was in Nipanai, purely from God.
And Nana, to add to this, you see sometimes the blessings no bar. That is when
trials and temptations.
And when yet strong, we need strong background. We need people on bed advising her. That is it. He could have gone off.
Yes.
He could have been bitter. He could have stopped football. And I said, the form crano. But the opposite happened.
Yes.
And there's no way. Politics cannot deny him. The coach cannot deny him. The circumstances have built itself perfectly for the guy to enter. Yeah. And this is, I mean, to add to what Nana has said, the other side of it too is that, look, this Black Stars team, they can go all the way and win the cup if the players decide that this is our time. No more united that. They'll be able to win the cup. It's not even going to be difficult for them.
But okay.
So Mutala point
now
Richmond there be them but catch on say and no more national team no what's that me can catch on say omunya kwa abroche jano
Ashimero
one kwa abroche o but boys na abroche no mo bobo ni nyina no unim their biggest wish even as professional footballers playing for top teams in Europe, that they should wear their national team jerseys.
Yep.
Black Stars.
Boys, no come team and from national team. Our colleagues need respect you. Say a bon national team na say, "O sorry say o kobia, o babaka o teammate for you, am from bossu." Now o nya bi mo oh national team yam from kra na. Respect or club no form. But look at the path these boys have passed to end the national team collab. Lamptey didn't pass nowhere. He passed through this league. This league that we talk about, league phone, league tantan, the league that we've been bastardizing. That's where Lamptey is coming from. And Lamptey is going there not because of media hype. People should get it right. He's going there purely on merit.
And media hype.
There be that. Now say Lamptey born or born, no kokasa was sakra and crofone never born. Born a Lamptey born. Who share kotokone bo for akwano? Who share assist no adima mukwala second goal no. Na blaster players one bet mama say assist no more team no. Haya, and what's happening no?
But recovery.
There be me person say boys no more camp no. They have a lot of respect for Richmond Lamptey because ebra no mu see so no mu bobo no ni bossing wo mu.
Ashimero taka na asem.
There be Ashimero the master in Richmond.
Otaka.
Omi number 6 and 8. Omo timi jogo no ma bebo 8 and 10.
Okana said, Paul Richmond Lamptey, fantastic player.
Richmond Lamptey, or left back.
Richmond, what Bobby da?
Yes.
What you say?
Wafa.
So why must the question even come? Say Obetima born, I want him more. Richmond Lamptey, me how many count? But team be no all this how crown who could you want him more? Mutala, he's a football brain. And son boy Baba Cannon, I don't know what dream you are the born be. Richmond Lamptey, I don't know me catch as Richmond, you know. And yet, me timu no makache adobeji MVP no makache nso wa bon nya de wasan. You know why? I think he can play more than he's doing now. And what say what the goal a kind of ball no.
Yeah, he gets into good positions.
Now Olympics or say clear chance.
What me here be
makache is the rich man. Dia na wo ye no emwa because born na say yem prepare na yem pass na yem decisive passes no Ghana who nim yesi obia. Can anybody tell me whether there's a better passer in this current Black Stars team na wo no ye dey abroche for ni nyina boma obi mbie na no non kan che me say Salis enimbo passes in Richmond na ka che me say Ashimeru nimbo passes in Richmond na be ka che me say Baba Idrisu ana Elijah Usu nimbo passes in Richmond. I'm just throwing a challenge to anybody.
It's about time.
Me say, boy no born now all bono. Chris Hutton no. So Ben in your my year dia, the game changer in this AFCON will be that boy. Wonya kukuduro no ukwa obefa so obeyusu boy ni ye.
What word be so say
akukuduro.
Debi me building my argument if it has me catch you say you need big character coaches. Omno wa kukuduro Stephen Keshita. Look, you need a man manager.
And Keshita some the obesha final goal
Sunday mba. Sunday mba.
No bobo Nigeria.
Sunday mba. Or local player or the Nigeria AFCON.
Yeah, or the Nigeria.
Put him coach way. He's the boldest African coach I've ever seen. Asan Shayata.
Egypt.
Who do you know?
Yeah.
Kobisa Mido.
Oyi Mido free.
Nipa no obeshe go. So, how many times did he win the AFCON?
Yes, so a prophet too.
Sa papa no. One pass up as catch him say we are seeing your name coaching. But he's got something now. Now my boys not turning on at the man.
Since them Egypt for no time Mido kura no mo papa na se.
Yes, they turn on for you. So, I'm saying that Lamptey is a good addition. He's a precious diamond, but how you're able to use the diamond in preparing for your ornaments, no? And then there's some that Akukudro Akrisiu Timbenya say, yeah, oh, but na bench and Andre and Eddie Jordan. Another boy one yard you, and I'm a bench you. But who say, yeah, incredible national team, my giant almost me untouchables, and I want a problem, no one.
Of course.
I want a seminar. Because moya me untouchables you the mujne ma you dey mubo biara de magana for mubo ya mubo enye cap mubo ya mubo common se show Entino.
So we say Koromo Stimidi. A parody local players, but say I didn't use to for local players in your team.
Oh,
you see, I'm not a subscriber to local or foreign.
Okay.
Debbie. Mutala is about your ability to deliver when you are given the chance. Who the Michasi?
But when you wash a ball, has there been a timer now? You invite Black Star players from Abuchi, Eba, but not local players be from Kotoko House near the Umutimi no mobile. Now foreign at the bench. Me fear me share them be apart from 2004 now. Is Ahmed Mubu.
That's a vote. For Ghana.
Just I took a few. Black Stars team. If it wasn't the one, and yet the boy in Impu, Nigeria, or the Bakubo Liberia share Ghana. It was a blend. Samadi, Tamad Ratomi Dukovic, Eja team no Okoye. Any other team man on stopgap basis. Right?
Yeah.
There be a Neja Okoye, sorry. Baretu Neja Okoye. It's a stopgap bedem, near Pe Obidia Mano, near Kwakofo Ratomi Aba, Dukovic. Into a day, edit team no matches Kakra. I don't know. That time, Otimi boys chips up. No, but boy, match back on boy, I was an estate appear 6 or 8. What I say? Let me bought and crown it, me bought it, me the local boys no frat. But ABC ya check. What I say? Liberty, William Tiero, no start to Ghana ball.
I say I call Athens Grana boys.
Nancy, ya Bob, Nancy Crapo, Milo ya or Koya, or build the team, in Argentina, winning any people. Daniel Bois.
Yeah.
What I say? Entino is not matter of Sebia, young for local 5 Mutala, oh yeah, then now you don't want Ubaku Bubi. Lamta Dewey, Haas for no crana, RTU for the name, Ho United for Nino, Omina G2 say, yeah, Fred Lamta
has ball match. Was it Sunday?
Obokosiada.
Kwesiada, you and Yahu, a fray, or Casa will show.
Oh, TV,
and a Bisana about Black Star, or see on there 2 players and no pursue Lamptey. Richmond Lamptey and Salifu Ibrahim.
Only a good Richmond upgrade of Salifu. Upgrade.
So when we Richmond, when we Sowa, when we Fatah Hamidu. Omutri nyem say omo national team leader straight.
Obiamo Fatah the idea friend bia.
No, because omo nyina they didn't go through the various stages of the national team under 17 under 20. Omo nyina straight to the Black Star. Three near corner are you okay with that? From Obia local we commentary or Ghana Premier League. 3 no, are they the best? Say these are the best in terms of position or mobile.
Honestly speaking, Omo perfect because you see, my disappointment can cry. I would have loved to see John Enchi at the AFCON.
Dreams FC John Enchi.
Now say John Enchi, now dreams to sing Ghana strikers in now. Now dream ne Denison.
Na say me na aka no.
John Enchi me say, o combine Naki, Semenyo, any so how the omo adwini boma
combination.
Adwini o kan boma. And say John Enchi na dream back.
Oh na.
Odisheba. Debi o, ebi ahoden no, America no, ahon keka ne de bonus say no. And I want me friend out to say exuberant young boys no. But adwini, but he's a clinical goal poacher than any of our strikers. John Enchi remains the highest scoring non-Egyptian to ever play in the Egyptian league.
Okobo pyramids no.
Obo pyramid, Obo Ali. Obo Ismaili.
Yeah.
Me say if we say Egypt boy we are say. Nipa wa she go Egypt pa onye Egypt ni John Enchi. If we say we are say by Egypt boy we are say.
We nya media hype.
And now me no ka say Dreams FC. If we say we are say by omo Confederations Cup dawo. John Enchi be bo omo team. Or the omo money zone of the Confederations Cup. And that's what the Omo Remkeko. His goals have propelled Dreams there.
How has he not been able to enter this Black Stars team all this year? What about 2 games per?
Odija Bama men kan che wasem. John Enchi there. Sabi obi na run na kawa fa na beti o. And a Ket, baby I care to be amichano. I'm sorry said me kofa same way asamba, but I'm sorry boss. We the hotel afache me. I say a commoners in Tinyoma ba.
Yeah, it's all kasa.
When Kwesiape was the coach of the Black Stars, the current GFA president, what your article tintin he was aiming and digging at Kwesiape. You know why?
No selection.
At that time, not John Enchi was the top scorer in Egypt, but Kwesiape was ignoring John Enchi.
Okay.
Why not Kai? Me through. Me see the current GFA president. At the time, now on your GFA president, no a top journalist or a football administrator with huge reputation. At the time, he was questioning the selection of the Black Stars coach because a player he was affiliated to, John Entry, was not called up. So he was virtually attacking the coach.
No. Other people also had the same.
I'm saying that it wasn't only Keto.
Yeah.
People were Egypt or your top scorer.
Or say 31 goals in 52 games for Ismaili.
Check Ali also.
Yeah, Ali so was 10 in 29. I'll say about saying 31. I mean, he scored
stats.
goals. Pyramids, you know, she goals.
Yes, check you. At the time, he was being overlooked.
Why was he overlooked?
That's what I'm saying. That probably you can now understand why Ket at the time was questioning the collapse. Because Abreno, not form and not boy anyone. There was no way you tell me.
Was he on the all-time highest foreign top scorer in Egypt?
Yes, son of
78 goals.
Area see Obienu Awashe goals where only Egypt ni.
And in all competitions, and the Egyptian Premier League, 78. In all competitions, also the highest foreigner with goals, 102 goals.
That's what I'm saying.
Unprecedented.
So if you have a player like this, Sebo Onyusu clutches, and Onya Bobo. Now Obo Africa's top tier club competition. Now we overlook na.
African competition.
We are playing on a terrain we're used to. You know, you can't always send everybody to games and tournaments. But when quite dear, there was a kid me squeeze space within a shell. I'm also thinking, say, Sakrawi. And it will be strange for people to hear what I'm going to say. But I better see a kind right back in Imano Kote. Or in Swatchman.
It's what I'm boy.
Men are catch us in Boston Ghana right back. If Tariq Lamptey is not coming, that's a fair. I don't want to compete on it. Dennis Odoi. Then so they be makeshift tama. Gideon was outside. You needed a cover up. Mrs. Aboy no. Nkofun said that Nkoshe Imano Kote. Mun said that and steady ni profile. Mun said ye. Asante Kotoko. You think Prosper Natogum is a bad coach or is a bad scout? Prosper started scouting that boy last season. Abra no one coach team biya. And now he wants to bring that boy to Asante Kotoko. And so Chairman is in the market looking for a right back to replace that boy.
Mashano.
Me say, mun check it boy any ball now or bono. Akwa say unye team kesi a yense dem who player. Because if John Enchi was playing for Kotoko, Mediama would have been called.
Okay, so that player be Black Star Cam now or Mobi, Ejima. And I'm looking at similar thing with that runs for the Eboa Canals the fan. Because for the BLD womb so. Oh yeah, bye or Mobi.
You see, in national team collapse, Biana, Yama will be womb. Ubenya Bakubia, Obabe Nemu, born and Chrome.
But in this case, no, good call, good question.
Yeah.
You call 2 friendly matches. Your name, Brazil, is it Honduras? Honduras.
Mexico, Brazil.
There be, I know you call France.
Okay, before the World Cup, no.
Before the World Cup.
Brazil,
Was it Nicaragua?
Honduras. Nicaragua, rather. Okay. Training session. Boy, we just said energy.
I don't go that Adri.
I was always wondering why is this guy not starting and he's coming on. He played against Liberia for a few minutes. But Utumu said the guy given time, ball sense.
But he's always in the squad, but he doesn't play.
That's what I'm saying. Sir.
So it's
me
a very good question.
Kofi Connors
This is a coach.
John Entry because I insist and I maintain say.
Oh,
this year, but now Connors and he's not adding anything to your team in terms of who is starting your matches.
Yeah.
Or starting a ball.
Or
your fourth choice substitute now. Or your squad member. A two dear so one pass a two dear deny Yansuru Gujema, Yadania Nine, who Connors and he bet me the area saying one.
And look, and yet because Nana is sitting there, but Ghana Premier League, your scouts, Didi Dramani is a locally based coach. George Boateng, perhaps not so much. Chris Hughton, Yamfane say he's not too aware. Your Ghana Premier League. Why don't you have dedicated scouts? And even your commentators, you know, foreign teams, they do scouting and get in touch with these commentators of course. Just to find out, not my analysis and comparison. So the Ghana Premier League, which local players can we tap into? It makes the coach's job easier. Videos are available, statistics are available. Look at your opponents. When they Cape Verde, you know the type of ball Cape Verde plays? They like possession football. They play like the Portuguese, almost nice, and they have progressed from the time I show them 4 or 5-0 to qualify to the World Cup 2005, Cape Verde has advanced. You have a good squad, but you can't play the same system against Egypt as against Cape Verde, as against Mozambique. It's I can say two top. No, it doesn't work like that, and that's part of the scouting. The game you play against Cape Verde, you can't play the same against Egypt. The players you're using, you can't use the same players.
Ghana and group.
Mozambique, Cape Verde, and Egypt.
You know the day that Mediama played against Yanga and drew in Kumasi. The night before that game, I don't have the. You see, I'm saying things that I probably don't have permission to say.
Scouting,
but because of this analysis, you know, not many did in an we're together like for several hours. Me, I shared Mediama last training before the game. With the fit day, no, then did the doze off. Obi I shared training no or Tonku. Now I'm tapping and say that coach why, and I'm tired.
Scouting.
He says he was working at the Mozambican team the previous night. He had a collection of their games and he was working on the Mozambican team. And now Aka Egypt for baby Omojuma. He presents it to Chris Newton. Chris comes down with George. They do a meeting with the video analyst and see their approach. Me see the night before Mediama and Yanga, Didi Dramani did not sleep because he was completing his job on the Mozambican team. Mutala. So this African Cup of Nations is scouting, about planning, plotting, and execution.
Thank you.
Okay, there's one other player before AFCON. Bonnie didn't say he will be a huge figure for us. But move from Denmark to France, no. Yes, even the Lyon fans, they say, this is not the same player now. They are not seeing his potential. Going into the AFCON, he said, Nesnyama and Fatah Isahakumu, they will be the star boys Kudusmo. But then Nesnyama form or they buy AFCON. I have a kakra. Maybe I'm a tenno.
I say, young. We are say we no matter how good you are, right? If you are in a toxic environment, it's very difficult for your the best part of you to come out. Una mi chasi. Adebia onimi ebia. Uko funi pebi mo a womo enim de no wo fom kakra. Womo akukuduro sem wo fom kakra. Eni omo modimbo e wo fom kakra. And shy bed nin se wo de na ehye omu ni betime pia na ase bi hu. How good is this Olympic Lyon team? Nyama joined Lyon at the time Lyon was in a transition that they've never been able to complete.
They've not even come out of it.
He joined Lyon because Lyon was a big name team with a relatively, small ambition. So the thinking was that say Obeko Spain to a stellar club, say Obeko England to a big club, no, uncle a modest club. Club are approved to be useful for Ghanaian youngsters. Mike Leeson as a typical example. John Mensa Munako for Olympic Lyon. So it made sense sporting wise, but Odru Wono Leon team na I am omunyade into your player now correct team be say more.
You go through this.
You go through that period that you cannot flourish. But Ubabisa was say near mano who didn't be Ghana ball no more team ball no team more. He's never put a foot wrong in the Ghana jersey. On sound or Ghana ball muda.
Junior team, national team.
Oyakura age on the side. It's no cre. Say boy no born in Zealand no. And you been born in France. But what this about? He's not been in France for even a year. Oko France they knew 6 months in pool.
No, Oko.
Summer. Yeah. A year na. Leon air performing. Nyama is not performing. Nyama is a bench warmer. Nyama is not gaining playing time, and that is where we should have been concerned and worried.
Okay.
But here is a player who is so good, but he's in a very bad team.
Okay.
Who didn't as a coach of the Black Stars, like I'm saying, it's about you, the coach, what you demand from the player, your ability to get him doing what you demand from him.
Okay. Now, maybe our final 2 questions. If I'm married, I'm for the academy team for. First off, is Mohamed Kudus. Ghana for Nina. We be ready that Kudus.
That's only Bob was in Ghana players.
Now the question is, where do we get the best out of Kudus? At West Ham United, Yebisa David Moy say the best position where also Kudus flourishes as a right winger or sometimes an inverted number 10. Black Stars or bad. Often you criticize it, you say now Kudus go West Ham. Wow, Boni, but do Ghana Where is his best position? And he found out shooting and wanted to get the best out of
Tony
him.
Bebli.
Accra no. What is all Kasa about? On qualities that?
Derby.
What is all Kasa about the things he can do? What is all no Kasa that?
Derby.
Team.
Boy no.
Team.
Boy number 10 player. Boy no. Or boy number 10 with freedom of mobility.
2017 and up we see Fabi using as number 6 but no who the quality ni.
When say RTD on. RTD ni wa famone you know.
Development.
GMJ no.
Yeah.
You train you crapple to the point say ultimate that go. You know what I mean?
Just be a better footballer.
Football. They train you to be a proper human being. That in every situation you find yourself, you are able to adapt. And in Crown born na ye chiro mo bono park no so no. Ye san chiro mo ade o book mu. And in san Crown mo ko academy no mu nya sa foundation no. Mo ka so coach that go kro ba ko chiama. Unim se Felixane ne Abalora omunim born ye dey na ebo no. Omunim bo papa.
Say onim bo pa. Abalora dey almost a play ankasa.
And as Abalora side dey na goalkeeper map pass a basic player so onim yesin obia. Yep. Intino he played in that position of Parkway because he could do it. But I'm saying that to get the best out of that boy, where number 10 with mobility and freedom to do what he wants.
Play him as a number 10.
With the mobility and freedom to do what he wants with the ball. You're restricting him. I know in Pempino, a conny team too much, no onye jabo no muntem no. Sibia otimi ni nyoma simple abruchi no koye no ha nka Ghana for apon.
But with just a few matches no, you can see the change.
Ebeba. He must work on that aspect of his game.
Okay.
But on there, if you want the best out of him, number 10. But you see, he's also able to flourish in any of the 3 front line positions based on who he's playing with.
Teammates.
How no bet me ama ball na Pakistan the man in Ibu Ghana national team no. Just a lamte.
I love the analysis.
Haina oye movement correct to bon say the be ni say medina chi minyina na chi. Say Gerard Boy move here, she could do movement. Say Pakistan ya ball na.
Telepathic.
On Kasao, onye bibia then could start making a run. Omo they set 3 goals. When he gets the ball, he doesn't turn it on Kran say Jamiko. Onya ball na no ko. But here team no. Why na odin ko bo kudus nchen na why na okobo sa ball na ma no. Anya bia how consistent have they practiced on that kind of system? Matra makwe. Is it rehearsed? Are you going to execute it on match day? Do your players understand that they are going into a point of executing what they learned?
Analysis.
Well, Matthias.
And to Ghana born here, Kokobo na Afcon the audition about 65% in a technical bench.
Final question before you go. The Baba Rahman decision.
Oh, Baba.
Baba out. Abeka say on one out. ABC
very much.
Oh my here now. I say as someone they do baby also one more penalties baby. You could do 2015.
Yeah.
Or say a decision or regret here. Say or decide some more penalties. Baby. Say Baba Rahman. Oh my here. Sabri. Or say the one more.
Ghana for. Ghana for you don't need papa. When say Ghana for more team, na say you better see year of return. Na make me le bag Ghana. Na nukra mikoshia ekon sukura, onu sukura.
Yeah.
Echire mikoshia. Mikoshia ekon na otunyum Nigeria. Ekon so oba Ghana. Oba Ghana oba sukura temia. Mini sukura.
Superstars in.
What are they? Ntino odo okroma. Ba Ghana for omo ye boni asin obia. Apart from omo do no omo no. Omo ye boni ayo. Ghana for. Omunkaya de bakuzi. Charlie, to some papa said the idea Baba Rahman ye. I didn't ye kuni person soon sa. She said the Baba Rahman serve was Santi Kotoko. Mammy can't see me chemo. Baba Rahman no nya Kotoko player. Kwame Bani Akun. And a bed genie free dreams or genie free keto krekuo. Okofano Kofano Tamale, Fred Papu, and I recommended Baba Rahman and Market. Now Omo under 17 scouting with Tamale. And a Baba Ket of our Baba to send it back. Now Baba no about 3rd division, right? Dreams no, and on Baba 2nd division. And I come back now because David Kai. I cry with Yeden Bakotoko. And on the fan of Koy cakes upon time. Okay, Baba Bokotoko 1 season you. Unim de see. Baba Kosan Magrota Fort. Baba Kosan, ideally, Obiba loan. Now, ni loan is no kwa. say any dia unim say ketokroku ton baba no ma kotokofo skani bi per agreement on kotokoye no baba was not meant baba no onye kotoko player but Ket gave kotoko money for the exposure on the ma baba na ya kokumasi baba ya last sports stadium na national team bobo na moyi baba esi abonti na muhuru baba mugu baba ni ma se baba nyaade muhuru no akra we no na mo sa no nyame ehira no Ghana for do say na abo Chelsea forget about so ko otimi bo na wantimi am wo Chelsea da enipa be na wiase o so on there na bra bo na be kosoro sa o nya ups and downs wiase sa baba na momo ye ne sa no e na mu refiade o Papa Raman me na me free Malabo na me ko ayi Pogenti me free Malabo me ko Pogenti na me sha baba any Dr. Baba we airport na baba asu na me de minim de asi because me say Black Stars first game o 15 AFCON no inti no me fi Ghana after say Ghana abo ni first game inti me do Malabo airport me connect ya ko Pogenti no and then Gabons. And I'm called two boy who Baba. And Dr. Baba. The small boy was crying. I didn't know. No, Mr. Dr. Baba said
Equatorial Guinea. Malabo.
Yeah. O'Brien Nana. I
wasn't going to Pogent. Now me call baby say. I'm second captain in poem. Now me call Bata.
Bata, yeah. Malabo Bata.
And I'm Mr. Coach Dr. Baba said, why is he crying? Me Danny Michelle na ayi dan nchen. I didn't answer. And I'm saying, why? Also, no, why? You didn't come to the stadium yesterday. I said, no, I'm just coming from Ghana. I said, oh, he got injured yesterday.
He's out.
Emma Ghana AFCON. That was the turning point of that boy's career. What's not here for close to 2 years? No, she Ghana for Jesu. And we pray. Ne want to know abana on Tisani Dada and Bio.
I know what's my Chelsea Dada.
Obejinum na so obobo na muhuru no.
We forget.
Che, Ghana and Nigeria come and call boy say no sorry na bra bon. Ya na bra bon say you. Benye Ghana national team na nka sa boy no. E bia nka fa konya medine duru no nyankenye ho. Ghana ne Holland. Yeah, both pre-World Cup friendly. Ya Jerry twisting nine. Abesi na wanye papa biom. So when these boys go through these sacrifices for Ghana and they are playing, when you see a cheat to almost on dia, you can constructively criticize. But Emani Nunu will say, obviously, a kind of Ghana. Because Untmin Kanchem say you love the national team more than the boys who are wearing it.
And the sad part of it is that Baba Rahman was collateral damage. What did I say?
Yeah.
He was not the target of those fans.
He became
collateral damage, which is sad. Very sad.
That's a keto player and Baba Ramana. Baba Raman Bejina Bo Mu Kroma. Yi Baba Sinchain. Na yusu nyansa sebio mpreduasa na fa di ball na chi. Enye otan wo ma sebe opapa nti. Wodi ba ko wie ne so.
Okay.
Park for no on bobo Greece no. Gruta for train Armenia Bellyfield ni chess no akobon. Obi enu o cheating ne sada o. He's never been treated that way. Nan campeso no any chrome for. What do I say? Baba bo more than 50 matches now Black Stars.
Yeah.
Baba doesn't need this Black Stars to be successful. He's
played 51 times.
And I make over 50 matches now Ghana. Baba ko have concern. Intino decision now Baba taking no. Actually so a bad dream back. Because the injury record is very bad. O prepra. And a nyame abuano. When you say Greece your koi, and I am the longest speller on film pray. Baba de anka na ochi mi ense bi opra so na nyame na dum prepra. Age is winning alpha. Baba di 27 and now she say we 7.
Yeah, Baba Rahman is now 29 years.
Baba di 29.
94.
Inti Baba be catch o say mi prepra dodo. Mi fie na amadi no. Ekonanim. Team na manya no so no. De bi o ma mi bobi. Afina me ye de me build me wo nti no moma me nuanom keto no mu nya opportunity ni bi ni nkobo a ne bone ne sen he's displayed decision. Maturity at the highest level and honesty and I commend Baba for that. Yeah, Baba me na me tune dim Baba electric. Baba first no crossy boy be suit so aye tournament bi o ayi Equatorial Guinea Enna, boy, your friends, Andrea, you.
Yeah.
Or she go. It was Ghana versus South Africa when the Kaiser game, no. Almost share. Ghana share. And almost see. Then Ghana got the winning goal.
With the header.
Yeah, Andrea. So when we're in the mixed zone, I'm on friend zone, I missed that. Portuguese phone. So when we're in the mixed zone, the players were passing. And I made me Chucky Andrea you. Okay? Then I'm like, oh Andre, you are not the tallest player, but you are always scoring beautiful goals with your head. How did you score this goal? Not Baba Chip. No, say hey, don't go.
That's
no.
the man.
I'm not Chip Baba. Say you have to congratulate Baba for that cross he gave me.
Yeah.
That's how important the people see Baba in the national team. So you, the ordinary fan, no. Emotions aside, yeah, I'm apply common sense.
Yeah, media so yeah.
Okay, Baba Rahman, start here. Hear me out.
Mutala, as I'll be
phone lines. No.
Mamenka one little last bit.
Okay.
Who's that? We let Nana Dakwa because you see the history, the knowledge, the navigation.
Yeah.
Wakanina.
Yeah.
But there's one thing we must also remember.
Okay.
Ghana, Black Stars. It represents who? Ghana.
The people.
Football, there's a spiritual side to it. But yeah, then people underestimate or they don't talk about it. 2006, Germany 2006. They are Black Stars, first match. Everybody, 99% of the pundits, the experts, even Ghanaians knew, say, Czech Republic, they're just going to add.
Yeah.
What I saw in the tunnel before the match, sad time, not Metro TV had rights. So we could be, before the match, you have access to around the dressing room and the pitch. Now, boys, no more bano. What I saw in their eyes, I said, nah, this match, Ghana, you better check. Meanwhile, Czech Republic hadn't lost for about 2 years. But then you had leaders, we had 11 captains, or let's say 22. Yeah. Every single player on that day was determined to win that game. And that was the game changer. It means, sir, determination, team spirit, one love. Stephen Appiah was not, what's the word to use? Insecure about ACN getting the limelight. ACN was not worried about Untari getting the headlines. Asamoah, there was Mihumbida. And these guys were at the, look, that Black Star squad. And they had the love, the brotherhood, and they fought for each other. No more bonding. If we can bring that love, the bonding, management, players, the media, what we say, they hear, they have family members, they have friends. And I know there are factions, we in way or way side. We need to put that aside. And this is where the GFA must make all efforts to tap into that space and media for. This is the Black Stars of Ghana. Let's unite behind the team. It's very, very, very important. Yeah, and yes, sir. We'll go to AFCON again, and there will be people who will be happy when they beat the Black Stars. Not because they don't support the Black Stars of Ghana, but issues maybe not even related to football. But you
see,
okay.
You understand?
And you see, we have to also, this one is a stray bullet for depoliticize the national team. Then this MPP is rubbish in our national team. You know they yield any results. Look, we need to depoliticize the national team.
Unity.
The national team is Ghana national team, Ghana Black Stars. It's not MPP or NDC Black Stars.
So we are paying the J AFCON.
That's rubbish.
We are paying my money.
Only says I know
any problems.
We catch them. Politicians be akaza catch them say. Can we cry the NG AFCON?
Inti catch you say as a people, see him the year share dia. Sad no. You wine free a national team no because I'm wine. No.
You need to unite.
You know why we should stop that? Excuse my language. That nonsense. You know why we should stop that nonsense? You know the people that constitute the board of Inswacheman. You know the owner of Inswacheman. The owner of Inswacheman is who? You can just about who? Yeah. He's Sunyani what? Sunyani West Member of Parliament. Who is Vice Board Chairman? Who's the Nilantebanda NDC what? MP for what? Odo. He's a board member of Inswacheman.
The politicians must come together. I'm working together.
I'm together.
Yeah.
Now ordinary common floor member now to honor. And NDC, MPP. Now, it affected Black Stars. Unye serious.
It's the Germany 2006 example because I saw what John Mensah, or your leader, captain, Stephen Appiah, leader, captain, Asamoah Gyan, Michael Essien, Sule Muntari. How do you beat a team like that? Brazil beats Ghana because of inexperience. And the offside goes this Sanyama. If the Black Stars had experience, okay, that World Cup, Ghana would have gotten to the final. You had captains on every, and the coach, he didn't talk much. He knew the players, very soft spoken, and the boys would go on the pitch and they would deliver. So we need, Chris Hughton needs to tap into that and rally the boys. Keto Creek, whatever he has to do, whoever he needs to consult, Otumfo is there before they leave Ghana. The boys must be united, and we need to back them. I mean, say media, no, yeah, a bit more agenda and this. They want news, negative news, and they say wait.
Ghana media they said do na kanu kre, na do na bibrin kanu kre.
So
that is interest.
My little appeal.
Pro and anti.
No, at this point, we media ni na say uni credibility.
You have a problem.
Not you are better off stopping a job. What I say, me I can put my job on the line. Now, obi a wa osuti baby ne. Uko jiska no abeke kan semfun.
Pro and anti.
And now obi na push you, obi she okutupa. Credibility, they were demanding quality performance. Any trophy or nkra no no. Also di hu ni na credible.
Okay.
It's a Akukudro no so they all cano. 200% correct, and the players must have it.
Okay.
The players, if the coach is not bold enough to take certain decisions and say, "I'm the coach, I'm sticking to this. This is how we're going to win," we have a problem.
Players is a decision. Me minimum krani bo ha oni omuja no say I was na make example bi say edu baby na coach bi ba oti bo chips oti bo Yahuza na Steve Appiah. Me kai say one day kutwa bo bi a check 206 or 205 207 na Prince Entry I could see Prince Obobo first no booking facer.
Okay.
Obobo Ash Good. He was accusing Chipsa or Yahuza say onyabo ni bia person the master Steve Appiah so kwanda wani ma obetimi di ball nako entim kra no wa obenya ball ni bia ball no ball ni beda wani na obetima sha share nhwe di ogina nchen
Obe pass so no pass.
Obe pass ya pass ba obi o wa obetima share so obi gina nchen to osuro no chidro person oboma no hwana no azanya kubo ye onya ye wo so shego so come avonyo the has became game he had an empty net
mekai
enti uye Semenyona se unya empty net na Jordan down chen abotu net no wo the commander say woni ebedi watem.
Well, nana dakwaje si abeka yesa wa my bi ya mpofo anka so ma ye bende dey extend at least by an hour. Eti ebe die phone lines na afi dey mosomo dey aka ho e dey ama enti 0201 825 252 me be phone lines now for 10 minutes per 0201 825 252. Hello, good morning. Would any baby out free? Yes, boss. Nana Yakubu.
Mutala Yakubu nshita mye di mapamo ye. Na nada mkwa ne pachon and there on the third we say we ye feel say as it is. Say as it is. Say the tier sa na woka. Yakubu nshira wo. Say wo di no kure no say the tier no be there wo be ka. Unso bia. Na ai offer yawo. Yang pofaka eka seminar sa no. And what say prayers or no? What is in them? Only 20% to find out. But again, because Ghana no 20% of is in them, so we make me a bobona. As some trauma or be a big job. Yeah, last one I'm okay. Yeah, no, Mutala, which way, Opa, my main friend, I mean, Mutala, would be Juma, then you would be, not any penny and and Franka the same thing. Mutala, Wabamu Baby, and the one we know, almost at the bathroom, because any pan more what they can't want them. It's more coin. It's your prayers, your cat and papa, your day over there. Any baby, I ain't being Finlanding, to go for being fed in the count. Your day and your one and 1 year. It's can't perform your can't perform one over to your company. Yakubu Shamu, and it's my problem.
Yami and shout so happy new year 0201 825 252 Black Star Squad no enya ba betodwa. Are you happy with the squad? Kobi wa so kan wana squad yi ebetima ye magic ama your Ivory Coast. Hello, good morning. Would any baby akase free?
Good morning.
Yes, boss. Would any baby akase free?
Yeah, Nikasa Wakauli.
Okay.
Your friend Junior Messi.
Yeah, Messi.
Yeah. I did a crime, me fan car say like Black Stars almost to me like well so we a good player over my Black Stars almost to me the one day I disqualify you and to me the idea me one in I say send me badia me man no Black Stars because Black Stars almost say play me that.
So yeah, that's also friend now. Do the about 0201-825-252 0201-825-252 and on the lines are yeah the Eddie Juma El Hanum. We went to many now so anti be a bit my friend BM 0201-825-252 and on the lines are yeah line at Eddie Juma and not now bit my friend. Hello, good morning. Would you baby I can say free? Yankwe Brozu.
That's saying,
Minado me hoye pa.
Mutala Yakubu in Gina. Then I'm going to Muna, Matata, Montmiaco, your friend is in South Africa, Montmiac, Hamu in. Muscle. But Charlie, media, them mamma, and them cost Munkomini. What is
Yeah, that's it. Boss, yeah, that's it. Yami, ensure happy New Year. So 0201-825-252 0201-825-252 27-man squad Abab Toja. Hello, good morning. We didn't baby I can say free.
If I can family, I'm a better than that.
Bye, Yankwe.
And the map is my pa. Now, maybe about part, meaning a very Kayana Kahodia Kay, half condemned Kayakoyan. Patuma started here and there on the Ono Pradia, or Trinity, on the bad on Yadia, you can one.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's it. 0201-825-252 0201-825-252 Black Star Squad no enya aba betodwa the likes of Lawrence Atizigi munyina ewom. Hello, good morning. We didn't baby akase free.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, boss. We didn't baby akase free.
The firm is Ras Phobia, because of Russia.
Ras yankwe.
Yami person me current say many this year for Richmond. I'm telling me a Hassan. Very good player. Maybe a million can call Boha to fruit. By Nashi. But yes, I'm going to say, I'm not so more than the party. I hope so. Team Liberty might be this very cup with it. I'm going to tell much. So, no, I'm perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's it. 0201-825-252 Defenders, the likes of Ali Duseidu, Dennis Odoi, Kingsley Schindler, Gideon Mensah, Munyina Etria, Honum, Hamid Munyina Elwo. Hello, good morning. Would you any baby akase free?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, boss. Would you any baby akase free?
Offer me yao.
Pacho akase free.
Me press no down.
Brian Yankwe.
I want to ask Afenejan, that guy, why is he down?
Afenejan Ewo Cremonese, Italian Serie B.
Hey, but you see, the guy they spot the guy.
Hello?
They spot the guy, the man, football, because I don't know they call him again.
He did Serie B for Italy.
Oh, but it is very bad. Okay.
Okay, that's it. Onubisa where Afenejan is. 0201-825-252 0201-825-252. Afenejan was not even in the 55-man squad. Now on count. Hello, good morning. Would you maybe akase free?
Maybe you make us a picture.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah, I'm a worker. They say you're not best. A technical team. Coaches no bia send Argentina here to the 2020 World Cup and the so many the commodity about the minister I can do one person on the umbudu I'm witness to John Marco to an IFT Megana IFT in Namasi Kakan work
Okay, yes, so yeah, that's it. 0201-825-252. 0201-825-252. Gideon Mensa, Mubi, Hamid Fatal from Mediama, so Mubi. Daniel Amate is also in there. Nicholas Opokumunina. Hello, good morning. Would baby Akase free?
Good morning. Your friend Ochema. Mikakase Kongo Kompe.
Ochema Yankwe.
Yo. Kakra mean so mechanic. I say blasters in the union idea. And I have a baraman dear no, I get any that I am the moment. So I was a group of dear Monsumu say France na a coy and Momusona, a coy once in a Bessanaka. In Kedru Babia, I was easy answer, Matia here, because players in Ankas and the Drew Babia, Senate. Whom you know and can be Mukrano or my time because of that Yaman in so be all man a time of turn back turn or some Coswa Moblastano. Blastano and Yabaco for dear. We be now time Tremua. I was so free no before from the beach. But Ayakoya Bushina for be Muka Edia. Baco 14 boxes or Moshe. Men are not been a kind of as I'm now got your F9, yeah, Janan Concotra, Mizuno Cotra F9, Nana. And you know, Obi born in Kuya, so free no before from the Bobby. But the question about for Bossa France is be out, and I'll be on Medaki.
Yes, so yeah, that's so hold on. 0201-825-252. 0201-825-252. And then that line, Eddie Juma Ewahano. Hello, good morning. We didn't baby Akase free.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, boss. We didn't baby Akase free.
We didn't justice.
That's it. Bacho lower radio set the kakama me why?
Because free.
Bacho ubeti be lower radio set the kakama me beboa.
Bacho
yeah, yankwe.
Bacho me kaka me want to say. Ade baba ma ayemi. Me ayemi defa because and on I said the day I will need God yes I did and on to me. For yeah Ghana for no yeah kasa too much. Obi bobo na ye shweke ke obi wo ha on kwete ni kwa on kwata ko muda. Na o asema o ba kanu uti ho kwa esa e be ye obufo se asa onu ni be kunta kwa. You see that na ye supporters ni ya ye showball. Ade aye ni de nye. If you the party baba ma reject se omba. That's it.
Okay. 0201-825-252. 0201-825-252. Nicholas Opoku, Alexander Jiku, Mohammed Salisu. They make up the defense. Hello, good morning. We didn't baby Akase free.
Morning, Mutala Yakubu.
Yes, boss. We didn't baby Akase free.
Nanaya Wankuman.
Nanaya Yankwe.
During the holidays in Mefebia, in Spain, Mayupo, Erika Mayupo, the Atimuni in the Piamode, or Snapu, a Yamka, and one number, dear, what's in Massing her. So when it comes to good morning sports, the Shaye Pa, and Mayupo, Maya, I'm of course, Namu, program managers or so. And yet, your S. Muslim, and yet, Namunyaka, and them. And if you are Mutala, and say all the time, because I say, we not, those times are not, it's again, literally more a fear, almost error. No, so there be a camp, I will show where so I'm a part of it. The kind of telepathy, not from me, I am fool. It is a almost see some compartments be a woman. Yeah, boy, and one is written afraid. You see, yes, and it's a couple more years, and I have the last year, dear Cano. That would now bring ya, offer Richmond Lampy, offer so wamu. No, be ya do with Gina Pony. What after the date, snatty. Why you be? Down media, Mancolani more than you shot ye. Jordan, oh boy, 1 year was so snatty. And you can say, when but you have 1 year. And then to see I hear any here, yeah, like our papa said, that if they will be able to manage the players well and do their things well, that squad, they don't see far to the extent the carbon. If the technical team are not able to manage them well, then that's one. Mutala, again to us.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I come here 2 minutes, penny. Sorry, so and see me befa be a back home, be account. Befa back pay one last call. Now media account 0201825252. Hello, good morning. Within any baby are free.
Yeah, good morning, Mutala. I'm from.
But I am last call until 1 minute. Wrap it up, mommy.
Actually, you have to say, "My family, I'm school." Now, my family, we analysis now. You say, "I watch it here too." Now, you on one analysis. Now, you to take I giant one. Mutala, mo akasa mo say, players now you do kono any take I will also yes strike ano. Omo dey in that you have more. Why in the woman was go sini take I giant. Na yako friend ya kasa obi anya Ghana ni o obi anya Ghana ni na me we dede ya wa ye bia ma ye me America say me do dede ayu enso etomre a wa kasa bon say ma ye mre na say omu bo so na ye di nkwala no bi esisa wo mu na omu epia say omu mo chin be tie enim player na obamu no